Introduction to fills. The fills widget displays all your fills from the current and previous sessions. The fills widget displays parent order fills, child order fills, and any administrative fills an administrator at your company may have added to your account. The fills are sorted in reverse chronological order, so the most recent fills appear at the top of the list. When launched, the fills widget displays only recent fill activity. To see older fill activity, simply scroll down the list, and as you scroll down, the fills widget automatically retrieves another set of fills and adds them to the bottom of the list. So in this example here, I have additional fill information. You can see the scroll bar on the right side here, so you can either use the left click to scroll it down with your mouse, or just simply use your middle mouse scroll on your mouse to scroll down. And also, if you notice when I do that, a red line at the top of the fills window will populate. That represents that you are not seeing the top of the fills list. Simply scroll back up to see the top. Filtering your fills. You can also sort or filter the list based on values for a column. If you hover the mouse cursor over the right side of a column title, the cursor changes to a hand to let you know you can use it to change the display. For example, if you want to sort or filter the display by contracts, you would hover over the contract column and click the mouse. So here's a basic example. If I hover my mouse cursor over the contract column, notice there's a little drop-down menu to the right of it. Now I can go and select which instruments I only want to view fills for. So in this case, if I select NQ, click OK, now I only see just mini NASDAQ filled orders. Of course, if you would like to go back, just uncheck, click OK, and revert to all orders that are filled. Another thing as well, today's fills, which is the date of July 20th, if you scroll down to the bottom of the list, you'll notice that there are earlier fills that are shown in italics. And that represents fill transactions that were done prior to today's date. Highlighting incoming fills. You can enable the Highlight New Fills global or local setting to display highlighted fills that are received after you open the widget. Fills are highlighted with color-coded backgrounds. To access this function, simply right-click in the body of the fills window and go to Settings, and simply check Highlight New Fills from this checkbox. If you would like this applied as a global setting, be sure to set as global defaults from the checkbox below. Apply and save. Getting alerts for new fills. You can also display new fills in a Fill Alerts widget by enabling the Alerts on New Fills global setting. To do this, simply click the Edit menu option at the top of your workspace, go to Global Settings, select the Fills section, and you'll see the checkbox Alert on New Fills. Simply check and save to save the change. You can also select Mark All as Red from the context menu to remove the highlighting but leave the fills in the widget, or also click Clear to remove the fills from the widget. Viewing historical fills. You can also view data from any date and time in the history of the account by simply right-clicking in the widget and select Go to Date from the context menu. Here's an example. By right-clicking in the widget, Go to Date, you will then see a Choose a Date dialog box populate. Simply click in there and just select the date. You can also set approximate time, hour, and minute, and simply apply. Exporting your fills. You can also export fills to a CSV file. Simply select the fill rows you want to export, right-click in the selection, and click the Export Rows context menu that appears. The selected fills are exported to a CSV file in your computer's download folder. So here's an example. If I want to select multiple fills for me to export, I can hold down my Control key on my keyboard while simultaneously left-clicking to select multiple fill transactions, as you can see. You can see the representation with the highlight, letting you know that it's been selected. Once you've done that, right-click over the selected options, and then you'll simply select Export Rows, and this will export a CSV file in your computer's download folder on your hard drive. Customizing the settings. Keep in mind, these settings apply only to the current Fills widget. If you want to apply these settings to other open filled widgets, be sure to check the Set as Global Default setting within the Customize Settings menu option. Include trade capture reports. This will display a trade capture report message in addition to fills in the Fills widget screen. When this option is checked, trade capture report messages are also displayed in the Fills widget. If this option is unchecked, by default, and trade capture reports are not displayed. Grid font size will simply adjust the font size to suit your preference and use bold text if desired. Show tabs sets whether to display the tab bar at the bottom of the widget. Highlight new fills will set whether to highlight fills that are received after opening the Fills widget with a color-coded background. And last but not least, the Set Fills Columns option will allow you to select or deselect whichever columns that you do or do not want to see within your Fills widget. Simply check or uncheck the selection of choice.